Hello. Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're choosing to watch this. Thank you so very much for being here. I'm Jacob Avillion. I am joined, as always, of course, by my dear friend, this lovely man to my right, but on his screen, I'm to his right, I'm pretty sure. Brayden. Brayden, hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be here. We got not a whole lot of football stuff going on this week, so we have a fun little topic. Well, we've made something football related actually to insert in this, but it's also a little different, and I'll get into the specifics when we get there. But first,
stuff has been floating around. We decided
it's an idea
we need to chime in on.
We've had for almost a month now. But I saw a post on Instagram. I thought this was hilarious. We could absolutely do this. So I sent it to him, and then we've brought it up a couple times. We've had this idea. We haven't gone in depth. But you know, there was a thought process here, and we've got it done. And I had a lot of fun with this, doing the thing, and we'll get into that soon. But first, Brayden, how are you today?
I mean, I'm doing great. You know, day off from work, so just a nice chill day. I've just been worked out, and then right before this, I was scripting for videos. Well, video, but in the I have multiple on the table I need to work on. But yeah, a lot in the works.
Good stuff, man. Yeah. Well, I got the Jarritos on deck today. This is the mango variety in the Dave glass, water, of course. Oh, I got some of that on me too. But
I had just eaten before that. I was really finishing eating right before we started, and I was sipping on Dr. Pepper then.
Yeah, but I've been.
Which is why I didn't pull one out for the pod. I was like, well, I just drank this.
I've been doing pretty well. Been having had a good week since the last time we were here, and I've been taking charge of my space a bit more. Unfortunately, they're not in view, but I have new posters up in my room, and I'm gonna have another one that's going to be back on that wall. This is the David Bowie wall, I've decided, and in fact, I could probably move the Bowie pictures to the David Bowie wall because it's the David Bowie wall, and I want to get like an Elliott Smith poster I could maybe hang up over there. I definitely want to hang up a poster above my records because, like, why would I not have a poster of an artist I love above my record? But anyways, the posters I got a Jeff Buckley poster and I got the Smiths poster. So fun stuff for me. I hung both of them up last night, and the Bowie poster comes in sometime between the 8th and the 12th. I think today is also my sister's birthday, and in fact, we were not going to record. Well, we were going to record later today originally.
Late.
But
which late pods I think go well, but for some reason late streams might have just been one bad night, but last stream.
Oh my goodness, we both done forgot how to Nuzlocke for a minute. We both lost a Pokemon.
Also, the amount of times we were just kind of sitting there in silence for a while, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, we're streaming."
Like, I'm tired. You're tired. Like, I was ready for bed for sure. We were like, "Oh shit, yeah." It was
yeah.
I don't think either of us had a live audience that night, but still, it's not our best work for that. Was definitely the worst stream we've done together.
We'll see if that. I mean,
worst anything we've done together. I think up to this point, even even worse than those first two videos we made before the season started.
Yeah, because at least that one was like a defined thing that let us keep talking.
Yeah, at least that
stream, dude,
taken up, dude. That stream was
the amount of times that all you would probably see on the stream was just a dead face, just
playing, just grinding.
You just hear clicking and
really
clacking.
All we did was grind that episode. We didn't even fight Koga yet.
Yeah, because we very quickly realized,
going, oh yeah, we're gonna fight Koga and I forgot we both skipped all the trainers along the way, and then we walked in severely underleveled. We were like, oh yeah, there's a whole lot of trainers that we just didn't fight. So we both lost a Pokemon, and then we went back and we fought all the trainers, and now we're a little better suited for this. And next stream we will be taking on Koga for sure. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be taking on Koga in the next stream, unless there's a medical emergency that happens right before we press the A button.
I don't. Maybe we need to talk about this later, but I don't know when the next stream is going to be because I work in the evenings all week.
We could do Friday night.
We could do that. We could do Friday night. Yeah. This Sunday is the Super Bowl, but then after that, like we said, Sunday should be free. Maybe we could do them then as well.
Yeah, that works for me. But probably as of right now, probably Friday night.
Okay, Friday night, guys. Whee! Tune in.
So
I think I'm gonna do some grind off camera.
First Bowie appearance of the pod. What's going on, little buddy? He's been sleeping in the bed damn near every night recently, and I think. I used to have him in here and keep my door closed, and his litter box used to be right here. I've moved his litter box elsewhere So there's no longer a litter box in my room. So I always keep the door open at night so he can come and go as he please. If he has to go to the bathroom, he can just go. But otherwise, he can hang out in here if he wants to. And I think he likes having that freedom more. So now he just chooses to hang out with me most nights. He'll just sleep like by my feet, or sometimes he'll sleep on the other side of the bed or whatever. But last night it was my feet. But he has been hanging out on the bed a lot lately. Like this whole weekend, I was mostly at my computer. I was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. I was playing Warframe. And then he would just sit like somewhere over here right behind me, just hanging out like the entire day. He would just not leave my side. He's been very sweet. But I also left work early yesterday because I just really did not want to be there. So put in 3.5 hours of PTO and just left at lunchtime. And then today was better. Today I still didn't have much work to do, but I showed up and I stayed. And then I went home and I took a shower. And then after I got out the showers, when I got the text from my mom saying she wanted to reschedule Saturday for did I mention today was my sister's birthday? I did, yes.
Yeah.
And I think I forgot, I didn't quite get to, I was going to do dinner with her tonight, my mom and sister, and my mom realized how awful traffic was. And so she said, hey, let's just do Saturday. I'm like, okay, sounds good. And then I texted Brayden, and now here we are. But
yeah, my sister's birthday is also this month.
Good shit.
February is just it's Sister History Month, I think, is what we'll call it now from now on. That's how I know February.
You gotta at least call it Sister History Month. I mean, you okay? Come on now. Anywho, I have a couple, just a little bit of Titans talk, just an easy bit. Whatever, bro. Bill Callahan is now here. I don't think that happened last week. I think that was a this week thing. That maybe a weekend thing. I don't know. But Bill Callahan is here now. And now that he is, if some set of circumstances allows Malik Neighbors to be there at 7, that is absolutely what I want to happen, because then you can just take Patrick Paul round 2. And for somebody with 36-inch arms, who was also, he boxes in his spare time, first contact is very important in trench play. And if your arms are that long, and you have that kind of hand quickness developed from boxing in your spare time, with coaching from Bill Callahan, I find it hard to believe he's not going to be, at the very least, a very good player. So he wouldn't be he probably wouldn't be a day one starter. You'd have to sign somebody, maybe Tyron Smith. I know you don't want to hear that, but maybe Tyron Smith. And if not
leave him alone. Take him out of your brain. I would
love Jaron Christian Sr. Yeah, he played in Cleveland just last year. I've always been a pretty big fan of Jaron Christian Sr. And I think you could let him and Patrick Paul compete if you draft Patrick Paul. And I think that'd be, whoever wins the job wins the job. But either way, you have, I don't want to say this because I said Andre Dillard is going to at least be better than Dennis Daly, but Andre Dillard wasn't really a proven commodity coming into this year because he didn't have very many snaps to his name. Jaron Christian has been playing a lot of football the last couple of years. He is a proven commodity. He is not a star, but he's certainly better than Andre Dillard and Dennis Daly. And also, the coaching on the offensive line is going to be much better this year because it's not Keith Carter or Jason Hoftalling. It's Bill Callahan. So I trust Bill Callahan to coach an offensive line a little more than I trust Adolph Carter, as Taylor Lewan called him. So, anywho, that's about all I had to say about that. We hired a couple of position coaches on defense too, and both of them are either former Titans or Oilers, which is pretty fun. But we're filling up the coaching staff. It's nice. So special teams coordinator is the only really important position. Well, I would say special teams coordinator and quarterback coach are the two most important positions we haven't filled yet, because I do think quarterback coach with Will Levis's development is important right now. But that's all I had to say for Titans related stuff. So you got nothing Cowboys related you want to talk about? I take it.
No, absolutely not.
You did lose Joe Witt Jr. Granted, we thought that was probably going to happen, but he did officially leave, and he's the defensive coordinator in Washington now.
Yeah, we're still looking for our DC, so I nothing to say. And I don't know how I feel about the interviews. I'm not going to care. Whoever we hire, I'm not going to be like, oh no, until I actually see them coach our defense. Yeah. I think most people were disappointed when we hired Dan Quinn because people are dumb.
Yeah. What do you call it? Actually, the Giants have been poaching from the Titans leftovers. Shane Bowen is now the defensive coordinator for the Giants, and Tim Kelly is the tight ends coach. So both Titans coordinators now have the same home in New York. So good for them. In fact, I don't know if it was either them or Tampa who was interviewing Craig Ackerman for the special teams coordinator role, which I like. There are reasons you could want Shane Bowen on your staff. Like, we still had the number one red zone defense in the league last year. Like, I would totally get why somebody could see something in Shane Bowen. Even Tim Kelly, a lot of it was like there were open receivers and Tannehill didn't see them, or sometimes Levis didn't see a guy open downfield. And also the blocking was terrible in pass protection, so some plays couldn't develop. So I see maybe why you'd want something in Tim Kelly or Shane Bowen. Why on earth would you want Craig Ackerman anywhere near your special teams unit? That brother should be flipping burgers. That man is terrible.
I don't know about him, but there is now a third Harbaugh in the NFL coaching.
That's true, and he's coaching for Mike McDonald, not one of the Harbaugh brothers.
Yeah.
Which, granted, they have that connection. Mike McDonald was the DC for the Michigan Wolverines until he left for Baltimore last. Well, I guess we're still in this season. So last season, because Mike McDonald was the DC Baltimore for 2 years, and yes, we have now another Harbaugh, and he's coaching. I guess him and Mike McDonald have a good relationship from their time in Michigan together, because he did not follow Jim Harbaugh; he followed Mike McDonald. So
he's what? I think he was a special teams coordinator, right?
I think so. Yeah, which, I mean, good stuff.
We'll see. I mean, we've seen one Harbaugh become a head coach after being a special teams coordinator.
That is true. That is true. Now, should we just go ahead and get into the thing we were excited about?
Let's get into the thing. This was your idea, so do you want to intro this?
Yes,
okay, let me
sure
record real quick.
Yes.
I want this.
That works for me. I just realized we forgot to do a test recording, but it's probably fine because it's picking you up too.
We're gonna find out. I didn't do test recordings either, but
it's picking up your desktop audio, so that's okay. Yeah. So I saw somebody on, I think it was on Tumblr or something, put together a list of. Well, I saw an Instagram post. Tumblr. An Instagram post. It was a screenshot of Tumblr. I don't know. It was a screenshot of something. It was either Tumblr or Twitter. I don't remember, but or X, whatever. And it was making a starting 11 on offense and defense using Pokemon. And what pissed me off about this was that the quarterback position was so obviously wrong, because there's really only one right answer, and it wasn't.
I don't know about only one right answer, but I don't have that quarterback.
There's only one obvious answer, so I feel like there's a clear, like, this should be it, like, no questions asked. And in fact, the guy they had at quarterback, I have him playing a different position because I do think he should absolutely be on a roster.
I also have him playing a different position.
Fantastic. And I'll explain to him. Some of these I have amazing explanations for. Some of these are just pure vibes. And my fullback
vibes.
I have some of these I can break it down a little bit. Some of these I'm just like, yeah, I feel like he makes sense there. So, do you want me to just do my entire roster, then you do your entire roster, or
I think we said I'm gonna go first.
Oh, yes, you're my guest.
You know the poker man's a little better.
Also, this episode's on my channel, so this is.
But you're my guest. Let's do offense, defense.
I think we should just do the whole roster. I think it makes more sense that way.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you can compare and contrast each one a little better.
Okay, we can do offense, defense.
Okay.
And then briefly do our special teams, because we both have a little bit there.
All right. So I have one running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and then just a flex. I just have them listed as flex.
Okay. So you have a flex and I have a fullback, so it's mostly the same offensive personnel, just one different.
Yeah. I mean, my flex, I envision more of like a Deebo Samuel usage.
Which is what I was thinking about, and I have one of those on defense, and I'll get to that later.
Okay. Quarterback. I went with, and it's funny because we made fun of this Pokemon before. I went with Inteleon. Because he's the sniper Pokemon.
Ooh, I like that.
I was like, I know he's a little thinner framed, but with the,
he's got
the
some
big
Nico,
boys I got up
front. He's
front.
got some Nico Iamaleava to him, that's for sure. But
since he's a sniper, I was like, this just makes a lot of sense to me, him being quarterback.
He's a little short, though. I don't know about the mid, seeing over the middle of the field, but we'll figure it out.
I literally was just thinking, hey, this is Bryce Young.
He's accurate. He's on target. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is Bryce Young coming out of Alabama, not Bryce Young 1 year in the
No, this is going to be Bryce Young with Dave Canales, trust.
I hope so. It's
going to happen. There's a lot of evidence to support quarterbacks getting better with Dave Canales and getting worse without Dave Canales. Both Russell Wilson and Geno Smith had like some level of drop off once they did not have him coaching them anymore. So, and maybe we'll see that from Baker next year. I hope not, but we'll see. But anywho, proceed, sir.
My running back. I went with Greninja. I went for more of a shifty RB than a than like a big strong one.
Yeah.
And with that tongue wrapped around the ball, I don't think he's losing it.
Yeah, his carrying ability is going to be pretty good.
Yeah. My wide receivers are Infernape and Mouscarada.
Meowscarada. Yeah, Meowscarada, I think. Yeah.
I think Mouscarada has the highest speed of any starter fully evolved, I think.
Okay.
And then Infernape, I just want an absolute ape on the field.
Just an ape.
An ape on the field, getting balls like that. My tight end. This is where I have Machamp.
I really thought about putting him there actually, and I'll spoil it now. Machamp was the quarterback of the list that I saw, and I'm like, I see the thought process there, but there are so many better positions for Machamp, and I did think about him for briefly at tight end, but then I randomly something else popped in my head, and I'm like, this is weirdly perfect, so I put something else there. But I think Machamp at tight end is, especially with his size, he's got the hands, like
size, strength. I think he could probably move. I mean, he's going to be a great blocking tight end for sure.
The hand usage is going to be absurd in the run blocking, especially. He's just going to be mauling dudes. Like, he's going to make first contact every time because he's got the best hand quickness in the league already, day one, when he gets drafted. And on top of that, he's got 4 arms. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
If you're holding 2 of them back, he's still got 2 more.
Yeah.
But for the offensive line, so my tackles and my guards are paired up in I just thought it'd be funny to pair them up in this type of way.
My guards are paired, actually, funny enough.
Both of my tackles, I've got Nidoking and Nidoqueen.
Okay.
I got the king on the left and the queen on the right.
Okay, I fucks with that.
And then my guards, left guard, Caracosta.
Caracosta?
Yeah, and then my my right guard is Blastoise.
There are some hilarious parallels between our teams already. I'm just gonna.
I went with big ass turtles for my guard spots.
It's crazy that you and I did not discuss this with each other at all. We just knew we were doing this. We didn't, but I've already. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then at center, I got Rillaboom.
Okay, I like that a lot. That's
my 11 for offense.
Okay, I have here's my 11. So quarterback, the quarterback Pokemon, Passimian. The only Pokemon based on the quarterback is. I'm like, how the hell do you not choose? Like, I saw Machamp, and I'm like, there's an obvious one here. It's the guy with the football in his hand. He's throwing the football. It's Passimian. So I've got Passimian, but I do love your reason for Inteleon. I think Inteleon makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Running back, I got Garchomp. Now Garchomp is a bruiser, but also has some next level speed as well. He's still got 102.
I'll just say he's on the roster
total. Yeah, well, now you have some guys on offense that I got on defense as well. Like,
that's looking like it's going to be the same.
I think you had 3 on offense that I have on defense. We'll get there. But Garchomp, it has to be on the roster. But like, especially with how are you going to tackle Garchomp with the fin blades? With the speed, the power, like Garchomp's going to be difficult to bring down. Garchomp has good burst to get to the second level. This is like, I feel like this is a no-brainer. Like, Garchomp's got to be on your roster somewhere. It's too much of a specimen not to be on a team. Fullback. I have no explanation for this one. Probopass. Look, man, just trust me. I don't know. Something about him, I'm like, let's do it. So I got Probopass in at fullback. I really have very little to... Now, wide receivers. I didn't even realize this until just now. Both of my wide receivers have the speed boost ability. It's Ninjask and Blaziken. And Ninjask, obviously they both have a speed boost, but Ninjask is still more the deep threat because it has the highest base speed in the game. That's tied with Deoxys speed. I think it's like base 160. The highest.
Did I say what my flex was?
Did you?
I don't think, because it's Blaziken. That's why you're making me think about it. I don't think I said it.
You did not. Okay, well now we know your flex.
He's my flex. I have it playing like a Debo Samuel type role.
We have a ton of parallels here.
Yeah.
There are some obvious choices for a Pokemon team, but
there's obvious ones that just should be on the team. You can debate position.
You can absolutely, especially like the versatile ones. Like, there's versatility on both sides of the ball. You can just decide where you like. The explanation is always going to be whatever you make it. It's up to your interpretation. But there are some obvious ones that should be on a roster, and Blaziken's one of them. And I think Blaziken was wide receiver or corner on the score for safety or something on the thing that I saw. But anywho, I have at tight end. This one I randomly thought about. I'm like, this makes sense. Golurk. at tight end. Golurk is huge. Let's start there. Golurk can also fly. It can like retract its legs and with like the rocket or whatever. So it's got decent speed with the if you just start rocket boosting once you get the ball in your hands, or even just off the line. A run blocking plays, he just keeps on his leg and he anchors because he's fucking tall. And then on passing plays, he can just start flying. So what are you gonna do to stop? In fact, I don't know why I didn't put more birds on. I didn't put any birds on this team. I don't think. Especially
I guess I'm like, is flying legal?
That's kind of cheating. But I feel like if Golurk just flies in a straight line, he doesn't have wings, so just use the rocket to propel yourself forward. I think he'd be fine. But either way, again, he'd be a mauler in the run game. Golurk makes sense for me. Left tackle. I don't know how he's gonna make this work with the pillars in his hands. I got Conkelder at left tackle. With or without the pillars, I feel like he could do it. Some way, somehow. So Conkelder, left tackle for me. I'm going to list both of them. I will do my right tackle. I've got Karakosta at right tackle, actually. So it's on my line as well. But my guard combo is just two golems. It's Kanto Golem and a Alolan Golem. But I've got golems playing guard.
Okay.
At center, I have Hariyama. Now, Hariyama's got giant-ass hands. I feel like, the ball handling at the center position is very important, and I feel like he can do it. I feel like I can trust him with that.
I thought about him.
I'm sure he knows how to use them big mitts. Now, for sure, I feel like Hariyama's got to be on the line somewhere. I think he'd be a great D tackle as well. And just in general, Hariyama in the trench play, I feel like makes perfect sense. So, offense, defense, whatever. I think
I was thinking about people having room to snap the ball between your legs.
Yeah, and see that's a thing too. But I like I said, I think he'll figure it out. We can coach him up. Like Bill Callahan, Bill Callahan can make that work.
He's probably gonna have to do a fucking jump roll when he snaps it.
I'm not worried about
it.
I'm not worried about it. He's got a strong anchor. You look at his size. He's got huge hands. He's got bigger hands than you. He will win the contact battle. I have no problem with Hariyama there. And I think that's my offense.
Yeah.
That's my whole offense. So
diving right into defense?
Yes, we sure are.
All right. So I'm running a 4-3 here.
By the way, you have a 4'11" pair of tackles, I just want you to know. Nidoking and Nidoqueen
honestly,
are less than
a lot of
5
Pokemon
feet
are smaller than I always think they are.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I was thinking about that with some of these, and I'm like, you can't play size too much into play because really small.
I think their strength will make up for it, and actually, it might actually end up helping Inteleon having more players you can see over.
Oh yeah, and Nidoking's on my team as well. We'll get to it, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, so my D ends, I got Metagross and Swampert.
I fucks with that heavily.
My D tackles are Aggron, and then just stuffing up the run, Mamoswine.
Fuck yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
He's filling gaps. He's filling 2 gaps how big he is.
I've got me a gap filler as well at nose tackle. For sure.
My linebackers are Garchomp, Houndoom, and Passimian.
Okay.
So I have Garchomp as the strong, Houndoom as the middle. I want a dog. Running the defense. I want an absolute dog. And then Passimian as the weak.
Okay.
Cornerbacks. Jolteon and Alakazam. I think I just looked up speed stats and I was like, hi? All right, go on.
Yep.
Just covering any type of ground.
Alakazam's on my defense as well. We'll get to where, because I think you have to, because Alakazam's going to get bullied if he tries to press somebody. He's getting just trucked off the line, and somebody's going to burn him deep. But I think I like the thought process overall. It was a lot there's ways you can hide that with Alakazam.
I'm valuing speed.
Every player has weaknesses. You know what I mean? That's Alakazam's weakness is that you cannot play press with Alakazam because he would. I love how I'm giving actual draft scout analysis here, but yeah, I feel like Alakazam would get bullied if you tried pressing, especially the bigger receivers like if you have Garchomp playing wide receiver. I feel like he'd just maul Alakazam off the line. But
then we've got Dragapult at strong safety.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
And then Cinderace at free safety.
I think that makes a lot of sense too.
I just felt with his soccer background, he'll be able to run around the field.
I've got Cinderace on the team as well, in fact.
Wonder where. But that's the 11 for my defense.
Hell yeah. All right, 11 for me. Edge rusher. I've got Machamp at one of the edge rusher spots. Now, I thought for sure Machamp has to be in the trenches somewhere. I think tight end makes perfect sense for that too. I mean, the tight end's in the trench half the time. But I thought for sure if you got to have Machamp on your roster, I thought he was wasted at quarterback. I think
for sure
tight end makes perfect sense. Anywhere on the offensive line, especially tackle, I think would be left tackle, your blindside protector with the extra hands. I think he's perfect. But I've got him at edge rusher because now he can hit you with 2 pass rush moves at the same time. He can hit you with a chop and a swim simultaneously. What are you supposed to do as a helpless little Conkeldurr or Nidoking, whatever the case may be? If you've got Machamp coming at you with 4 arms off the edge, like he's getting to the quarterback every play. The other edge rusher, I've got Nidoking actually as my other edge rusher.
Okay.
And I was struggling a little bit to find. I wasn't really thinking much off the top of my head, like who else could play edge. And I feel like Nidoking is like a refined technician, just gonna win with technique off the line. And I think he's just a high motor. Like this is like Max Crosby or whatever. You know what I mean? This is just a dog. And D tackle spot, I've got Embor. I don't need much explanation there. Nose tackle, I have Rhyperior. And again, not much. I've got guys who are going to fill space for sure, and then just let the edge rushers do their thing. Not a whole lot of pass rush specialty off this, but it's going to be hard to keep your hands on Embor too long. He's a bit warm. So, and then Rhyperior also, he's a little sharp. Plus, he's fat, like perfect nose tackle size.
Bigums.
Linebacker. I have 2 linebackers, of course, because this is a nickel package for me. I have only 2 linebackers here. One of them, this is like the captain. This is like communicates to the entire defense. I've got Claydol. Claydol's head spins around. He's got full field vision, and
okay,
he's a psychic type. So I'm just assuming he's very intelligent. In fact, my other linebacker is also a psychic type. We've got Metacham, somebody with a little more athleticism than Claydol. Not the greatest athlete in the world. Claydol's like the Jack Gibbons in this scenario. Just like takes a bad angle and in the run defense, he's gone. Like he's not recovering. But he floats, so he has at least good lateral agility because he doesn't have to stop and turn. He doesn't have to follow the laws of physics. He can just stop himself and start floating the other direction all in one move. So got a little bit of athleticism there in that sense. And then in the cornerback spots, I have Infernape at one of my corner spots. I got an ape on the field. My other corner, I don't have a whole lot of reasoning for this. I feel like Leavanny would make a pretty good corner. It's got some height to it a little bit. It's got some good speed. I just feel like Leavanny makes a lot of sense for me. Now, this is nickel / star / DB / whatever you want to call this position. I've got Greninja as my third or my fifth DB here, third corner, third safety, fifth DB, whatever the case may be. He's got the Protean ability, so he's
one of the ones that just needs to be on the roster somewhere.
You can find a place for him and justify it just about anywhere, but especially in like you said, like the versatile kind of like chess piece sort of thing in the secondary. I think for me is where I thought he fit best. He's a mixed attacker, so I'm just translating that to football. You can do physical or special. He's got the Protean ability, so his type changes all the time. So he's versatile. He can do what you need him to do. So you put him on the field, and he finds a way to succeed. And at the free safety position, I value 2 things really at free safety, because I do still have a traditional, like, more zone, rangy player, and then my strong safety is more of a hard hitter. I've got, like, traditional safety rules here. My free safety... It's rangy, it's intelligent. I've got Alakazam at free safety in this scenario. Speed, intelligence, can read the quarterback's eyes, can get to the right spot on the field quickly. Like, this is going to be a turnover machine. Alakazam's going to have 7 to 10 interceptions every single year. This is that dude. So
that's a Cowboys cornerback there.
This is a Cowboys corner playing safety. This is like offensive coordinators are going to have nightmares trying to game plan for. And personally, for me, putting him at safety keeps him off the line of scrimmage, so he's not getting bullied off the line by like a big wide receiver. So I like him a lot at free safety. I think it's a good utilization of his unique skill set. At strong safety, not the greatest athlete of the bunch, but I've got Scizor. Excuse me. Now Scizor is going to hit like a truck. Which is really what I want for my stars. I want a secure tackler, and you can't tell me with them clamps, Scizor, and especially with the clamps, by the way, he's got clamps, he's good in coverage. He's got literal clamps. You can't tell me he's not good in coverage. So maybe not the greatest athlete in the world, but I think his coverage technique's going to make up for it. I have a lot of faith in Scizor to get it done. So that's my defense. If you want to go over your special teams real quick.
Okay, so for my special teams, I got a kicker, punter, long snapper, and then just returner.
Mm-hmm.
So for my kicker, this is going to be a very unorthodox kicking style technique. Because I got Mudsdale as my kicker. He's rearing back and kicking that football. He's doing kickoffs and he's doing field goals.
I feel like he would be a great kickoff specialist. I feel like it's going through the goals every time. Like
probably
there might be a penalty kick or two in there throughout the season, but I feel like
he'd hit an 80-yard field goal if we needed him to.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't be very accurate, I don't think, but he has the leg to make that kick.
Whoa,
I think.
Come on now, Mudsdale's. We're talking 85%.
Hey, well, okay, 85% from 50 and within, not from 80. Not from 80. Come on now, not 80 for Brady.
No, dude, I'm talking from 80. No, dude, he's money. He's cash.
He's like the what do you call it? What's his name?
Brett Maher?
Yeah, he's like the Brett Maher of Pokemon kickers, but from the distance, if you need him to hit from distance, he's gonna nail that shit every time.
Bro, with this team, we're going for it on fourth and short
in
their territory, so might as well get just a distance kicker.
Mm-hmm.
But my punter, I wanted them to be a little bit more athletic to give us some fake ability if needed. I went with Hitmonlee.
Okay.
It just makes sense. Gonna have to wear some special shoes to make that shit not poke the ball, but
yeah, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. My long snapper is Electivire.
That's an interesting one, but I like it. I'm not complaining. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Anyways, my returner.
He's got the quickness because he's electric type to snap the ball and then quickly get on the block afterwards. I think it makes sense. Plus, he's got the tentacles too. He can start repping that shit around. Anyway, you're really excited about your returner.
Our returner. This is interesting. And my reasoning is just if this Pokemon can hold an item, then it can hold the football.
Okay.
But I'm going with Electrode as my returner. How is he holding it? I don't know.
Hey, we'll figure it out.
But if he can hold an item in Pokemon, he can hold a football.
Cat hair.
And that's my special teams.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. It's a Bowie
This
hair.
is exciting.
There's a Bowie hair in my mouth, and I can't get it out. Special teams for me. At kicker, I have Hitmonlee at kicker. This if I want to run a fake field goal, because I do like running those in Madden a lot. Actually, I will routinely draft the highest late round quarterback in terms of athleticism, and then I will just run fake field goals throughout the preseason, and then they usually work. It's a lot of fun. So, but I've got Hitmonlee at punter. This is where I have Cinderace.
Makes sense.
Excuse me. So I've got somebody with a soccer background. Somebody who can kick a ball.
Yeah.
Did I get it? I got it, I think.
Okay,
maybe.
Thank God.
Well, give me 30 seconds to figure out if I got it. And then long snapper. Since past Symbion's on the team, I may as well put Oranguru on the team as well. So Oranguru got the size to do it. I think I thought about putting him at center just for the chemistry, but I think long snapper is a good spot for Oranguru. I thought about switching Oranguru and Hariyama. If Oranguru was my center, Hariyama would be my long snapper. So I've got and at returner, I'm keeping it simple. I'm just going with I understand sometimes you like to protect your wide receivers, especially your elite ones. You don't necessarily want them to get injured by playing special teams. However, at the same time, a lot of people will argue special teams is just as important as offense and defense. But then they'll tell you shouldn't play your best player on special teams. Well, that's ridiculous. If it's just as important a phase of the game, your best players, if they're your best returner, should be on the field. I've got Ninjask as my returner. And look, base 160 speed with the speed boost ability, it's a house call damn near every time. Nobody's going to touch him. I'm not worried about his frail size. Who's touching him?
I mean, ask that one Chargers team.
Yeah, first in offense, first in defense, 32nd in special teams, missed the playoffs at 9-7 or whatever it was.
That's got to be that is one of the craziest things.
Craziest stats in NFL, but it's a very Chargers stat at the same time. So
Super Charger.
I feel like it makes a lot of sense. So, I guess there you have it.
There you have it.
I had a lot of fun with this. I'm not going to lie.
Here, I'm going to put both up on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
You guys let us know who's winning this game. Which team is winning this game? You let us know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know. We know. We know who's winning this game.
Okay, all right, I just ended my recording for that. But yeah.
Cool.
You know what we didn't do again?
Top 3. We didn't decide top 3.
We did not discuss what top 3 of the week would be.
We are washed right now a little bit. I think we're hitting the mid-season slump for us, except it's
mid-season slump.
Because
which sucks because we had our bye week. We had a bye week.
We had an extra week to prepare.
We had a bye week.
Well, technically, this is the bye week. I would argue.
We didn't. Well, no, I just mean like there was one week we missed,
and we didn't have a top 3 prepared for either of the next 2 weeks.
We didn't come back like rejuvenated.
No. This is rest versus rust, and in this case,
exactly because we're rookies.
So really, we hit the rookie wall. That's what it is. We hit the rookie wall.
That's a good point.
Because college players only play 12 to 15 games, depending on how far you go. 15's rare. It's like two teams in the country that play 15 games. So, so for us, this is. Yeah, it's a rookie wall, but we're here, and we're gonna make it happen. So, what shall we do today, sir, for the top 3 of the week? What's the
top
vibes?
3 of the week? Sheesh, I don't know.
Oh Lord,
I don't know.
Let's think for a moment.
Gosh.
I wonder if the Google machine can help us out here.
Yeah. Yikes. Sorry guys.
Let's see. I could edit a decent chunk of this out.
You're gonna
until we find something I could edit this out.
Google's not helping me because I actually just typed in top 3.
Oh, okay.
And it went top 3 Pokemon, top 3 Pokemon and Pokemon Go, top 3 legendary Pokemon, top 3 Pokemon games, top 3 strongest Pokemon.
Let's take a gander here. Okay, I don't got a whole lot. Top 3 reasons why Valentine's Day sucks.
Let's not.
No, I don't think so. But number 1, I don't have a girlfriend right now.
Top 3 reasons women deserve less.
Oh my goodness. Top 3 reasons of what I bring to the table.
Top 3 ways women deceive you.
Yeah. Top 3 reasons why dating in your 20s is awful. That's actually.
Thank you guys for joining back into the Incel podcast.
Oh, brother. I might just keep like a blooper segment here.
Yeah, put this at the very end of the pod.
Yeah, I'm just like some shit we threw together.
All right, guys, welcome back to the #1 manosphere podcast in the world.
Avillion and Brayden talks. #1 one of these days. You already know how it goes. Now, let me tell you about my bitch wife. And just kidding. I would never get married because I fuck
That's a waste
bitches.
of time.
Yeah, and a waste of money. I ain't buying you a ring. What do you?
Let me tell you why other cultures have it right. It should be one man with multiple wives.
What do you bring to the table? Why should I buy you a ring? What do you bring to the table? Let me tell you something. What do you bring to the table?
Let me tell you why I'm allowed to have extramarital affairs and she's not.
Let me tell you why it's different when men cheat versus when women cheat. Now, let me tell you something. Now.
Yeah, oops, got horny versus
yes,
being a lying bitch. Great. This is going to become half the pod. Is
this
just
is my bloopers
parroting
here. Parroting
different podcasts.
Pardon me.
Or we should do that thing where one of us says something super stupid, and the other one is like, "You can't be serious right now."
Oh, dude, I thought chocolate milk came from black women.
Brown cows.
You mean to tell me that's not how that works? God. Well, if look, my mom's white, right? And when I was a baby, it was just regular ass milk, right? So if white women make white milk, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me black women don't make chocolate milk? You fucking kidding me? That ain't how
there's one podcast I've seen a couple clips of where that really is all it is. Because one of it was like the one guy asked like, what animal would you be afraid of being around the most, or like being stuck around, or something about being afraid of animals. And the other guy was like, oh, like probably like fish. And the other guy was like, no, animals. And the other guy was like, you're fucking kidding right now. Fish or animals? He's like, no, they're not.
Oh, I've seen that before. I think that is like
it was the same one that did. What's your favorite cereal? Fruit Loops. Which is your favorite flavor? Excuse me? Your favorite flavor of Fruit Loops? They're the same flavor. No, they're not. He's like, you're fucking lying to me right now.
Oh my goodness. Maybe we should top 3 animals I would not want to be alone with.
We can do that.
All right, welcome back.
Top 3 animals that wouldn't want to be alone with me.
Oh, wait. Number 1, Gardevoir. Nah. Top 3.
Number 1, that snake from Kung Fu Panda. You've seen some stuff.
Look. Yeah. Yeah. Nah.
All right.
Nah,
welcome back to the top 3 of the week.
I wouldn't trust you with that. With that either. Top 3 animals that you really don't want to fuck with. Animals that you would not want to be trapped in a room with. Animals that you maybe necessarily don't want to get run up on. Don't want to get your pockets run by these guys.
No.
So you want to start us off here, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go in any order because this is off the top.
Yeah, off the dome.
But I'll start with my first one. I'm going to say is a hippo.
Oh yeah.
I think we've all at least now have been made aware just how dangerous and deadly those animals are. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you don't know about hippos, you just kind of see the cartoonish versions of them. You're like, oh, fat, oh, lazy, oh, slow, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. But then you see like the death numbers come out every year about like what animals are doing some of the most damage to humans. And hippos are usually kind of up there. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They're faster than you think they are. They're massive. Their bite force is off the charts. Wouldn't want to fuck around with a hippo.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, especially, that's mine.
See that jaw just looks terrifying. Like I would not want to get clamped up on by that thing. My first animal, I would not want to get run up on. Any primate, any of them, not a single one of them.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw them all together. I don't want to get my face ripped off. Let's start there, because that is like common with I think with chimps in particular.
Dude, one of my favorite like Joe Rogan clip that I've ever seen is him. They're talking about like monkeys or whatever, and he's like, "If you don't think a monkey will eat your baby, you're not paying attention to the literature." And that shit just has me fucking died the way he says it.
I was like silverback gorilla. Like hell no, I'm getting my shit rocked. I got no chance against that thing. Like there's no primate. I'm just gonna throw all of them together. I don't want to pick one. I'm gonna just every single one of them. Do not get caught up with any of them. It's gonna be a rough day for you. I'm gonna just let you know right now.
Let's see. My next one. Okay. We said animals, right? So that would include invertebrates.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll even throw insects in here, like whatever, like go crazy. Just like
I'm just going to say spiders.
Yeah.
Period. I fucking hate spiders. I definitely 100% have arachnophobia.
Yeah.
100%. I fucking hate spiders. I'm a child of Athena type beat. I hate spiders. Can't handle them. My brain sometimes it'll just take me into a place where I'm like, imagine if a spider was crawling on you. Imagine if a spider was going into your mouth, and I'm just like, stop going there. Stop making me think about that. Stop making me like physically feel that. So yeah, I'm going spiders. Is my next one.
I'm with you, except like the only time I really fucks with spiders, if it's the summertime and I have one like in the corner, like somewhere in the room of my apartment that like is not my bedroom, I won't even kill it because it's taking care of the mosquitoes. It's taking care of like gnats. It's taking care of flies. Like, look, I keep my space pretty clean, but it is still Florida, and it is still in the summertime. Like, I have not seen a roach in months because it's been wintertime. You're not gonna get roaches in November through February. Probably as early as next month, I'm gonna start seeing roaches again. Let's be real. It's gonna be March, maybe even by the end of this month, I'll start seeing roaches. You know what I mean? Like, and the spiders don't necessarily take care of roaches, but I'm gonna start when I start seeing roaches. I know I'm gonna start seeing ants. I'm gonna start seeing gnats. I'm gonna start seeing flies. Not often, but I'll see like things like. For example, like I fed Bowie before we started recording. I can leave Bowie's food bowl in the kitchen for however long we're going to be here for, and no, I won't have ants. I will have ants. Like in the summertime, within 20 minutes of me putting the food out. So, anyways, yeah, the mosquitoes and shit. Like when the spiders come back, I know the mosquitoes are coming back. So I'll leave the spiders alone because they don't fuck with me. They stay in that. They always stay in that corner. Like they never leave their corner.
I'm getting rid of the spider somehow.
I hear you.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm with you.
It's gone.
I'm with you. And if I see something that looks even remotely poisonous, it's gone. I'm not fucking with it. But, or I guess venomous, because it's like, what do you call it? Poisonous is when you touch something and it hurts. Venomous is when something bites you and it's bad, I think is the distinction between the two. Like poison dart frog.
I thought poison was like eating.
Well, I think any kind of contact, like poison dart frog, if you touch it and then like you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
it's about the consumption.
It's not always consumption. Sometimes it is just you can absorb into your skin depending on what it is. But I think poisonous is that
consuming?
Shit.
I don't know. Like I'm being serious.
I don't think it'd be consuming because like consuming traditionally, you know what I mean. But like in general, if it's something that if just some kind of contact causes it to harm, anything besides biting, I would say is poison. Really, let's cover all my bases. If something bites you and injects venom into you by biting you, that's venomous. Everything else is poisonous. So I guess in this case, if I see a spider that looks remotely venomous, it's gone. But like there's the regular ass like house spiders that just chill in the corner eating all the bugs. I'll let one of them. He pays his dues at least. He keeps the bugs out. Like I fucks with it. I'm fine. But that's it. That's the only spiders I mess with. Animal number 2. If I am in any body of water that's got piranhas in it, tell my family I love them. I had no bigger fear growing up than getting eaten by piranhas. I don't know what it was about it, but like I just found them so terrifying because it's not just like one piranha. I could fuck up one piranha, no problem. 2 piranhas, no problem. 3 piranhas, I might sweat a little bit, but I'm still fucking them up. But it's never 1, 2, or 3. It is an entire school. And when you are surrounded and you are getting eviscerated from all ends.
Do they actually go after humans like that, or I thought it was like it started off because there was like a starved school that started something.
I don't think they like deliberately go after you. I think if you're bleeding, you're fucked. But if you're if you're just in the water, generally you're okay. They're not really like I don't think people are like their chosen prey. It's just it can happen. And I fucking hate piranhas, man. Like I don't want to get caught up with nothing.
I'm gonna Google a piranha real quick. Let me just see what a real one. Because I feel like I've seen it before, but like I just normally see cartoon piranhas. Yeesh. Who gave bro those dentures? But yeah. So my number 1, right? Or my next one. Sheesh, what would it be?
You got options. It don't gotta be as exciting as the first 2.
I feel like I could do something dumb.
You could.
Should I do something dumb?
Go ahead. Nobody's gonna stop you, man. You got free will.
The last animal I would want to be left alone with is a horny dolphin. I don't know.
That's perfect,
I don't think I've ever heard of any other animal like sexually assaulting humans.
Well, besides
but humans. I've heard of dolphins doing it.
Besides humans do that all the time.
Well, yeah. In fact, it's about to happen right now. Come here, boy.
It's also not just humans. Dolphins sexually assault anything when they're horny.
Yeah.
They will wrap eels around their dick and use them like a fleshlight. I'm dead serious. That is something.
The last thing I want is a dolphin coming up behind me, whispering in my ear, "You look very eel-like right now," and just taking me. Because I'd be in his domain. If I was next to one, I'm in his domain. So I'm at a disadvantage. So he would probably successfully have his way with me. Or her. Shout out to the female sexual predator dolphins.
There is a guy who got arrested for bestiality because he was regularly having sex with this dolphin. I think he was like a zoo caretaker or something, and he worked with this dolphin. And he was like, "No, dolphins can consent. They're smart enough."
You know what? He might be right. I don't know. He might be right.
It's not that he's right. It's that why are you putting your dick in a dolphin?
Yeah.
Lock
him up.
Go meet a woman.
But maybe for a lesser time than what the normal law is.
Look, if any animal could consent, it probably would be a dolphin. But that doesn't mean you should go poking around.
No, he absolutely shouldn't.
Yeah.
He should be locked up, shouldn't be allowed near dolphins. But I think his sentence...
I read that a few years ago, and that was his argument. He's like, no, actually, dolphins are super intelligent creatures. They can consent to like... Bro,
fuck, I believe him. I'm gonna be honest. I wholeheartedly believe him right now.
I'm not saying he's necessarily not telling the truth in that regard.
He's not lying, but he's still in the wrong.
The justification still. Do you really need to justify trying to put your dick? Just don't put your dick in a dolphin. I feel it should be.
But dude, gotta be wet.
All right, let's move on to
your number one. Your next one.
Yeah, my next choice. How am I gonna top horny dolphin?
I don't think you are. Well, you might. I mean, you probably could top horny dolphin. He might let you.
I mean, yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. I would never want to be around whales having sex because when a whale ejaculates, do you have any idea how many gallons on average are coming out when a male whale blasts off?
Oh my gosh. A milk cow's lifetime supply.
Oh, it is insane. It is insane how many, I think like thousands of gallons get released every time a male whale blasts off.
Same.
Yeah, he's just like me, but at the same time, I'm good. Like I need to be.
I'm more curious of the force.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't be around when that happens. Like I gotta watch that from a safe distance inside a bunker with a telescope or something. I cannot see that up close because I am going to get blasted, and I'm gonna be covered in whale sperm. There's other ways I'd rather go out. You know what I mean? Like, what do you call it? Like, real talk divergence here since we're done with the top three. How I want to go out? I want to go out like the 1600s dancing plague people, where they just started dancing for days on end and several people died because they just physically couldn't stop dancing. That's how I want to go. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a fantastic time. Somebody starts dancing, somebody else joins in, a bunch of people start dancing. You might be
bitter towards dancing in the afterlife.
Nah, because I have lived out my final moments doing what I love. I fucking love to dance, man. I'm gonna get real with you.
You would start to hate it. Days on end?
Nah, man. If I'm still going, I'm still having a good time. Because the second I stop is the second I'm not having a good time no more. Or I'm too tired to go on. But the dancing fever, it was
like Taylor Swift is playing.
Yeah, sure. No, it was literally impossible for them to stop dancing. Is how it was. Like with the dancing fever, they literally could not stop. That's why so many people died during the. Let me look it up. How many people died during the dancing fever? It was a lot.
12.
I think was it 12? Did you just look it up?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That was a couple hundred.
Dancing fever of 1518. Hundreds of people were seized with the compulsion to dance uncontrollably in the streets. It doesn't say death. Some sources put the death count as high as 400, while others suggest a number closer to 50. That's according to study.com.
All right. I'll just say somewhere between. I'll just say somewhere around 100. Just inconsistent sources or whatever. Either way, lots of people. That's how I want to go, man. Let me die in a dancing plague. That's all I want. When I'm older, when I've had some tread on my tires, let me go out in a dancing plague. Either way.
Oh, dude, dying right now would fucking suck.
Oh, that's true. I ain't even done nothing yet. Well,
I'd be like, dude, I didn't even do anything.
Who's gonna take care of my cat? You can't see him, but he's laying on the blanket over there. Who's gonna take care of my cat when I'm gone, man? Somebody's gonna have to know when I die. Like, okay, you'll know when I die because I won't be posting on my Instagram story anymore. Because you know how much I spam that shit. The minute you see me not post anything, you'll know I'm done. You gotta go call my mom and tell her, hey, Jake's dead. Like, somebody's gotta go rescue the cat. So,
oh, but then they're gonna walk in on like Bowie eating you.
I honestly, I don't know if he would. Only if he got really desperate would he do that.
Yeah, it would
have
depends
to be,
on how
it would
long.
have to be a few days. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I go one day without posting on my Instagram story, you're gonna know I'm dead. You may as well.
What if Bowie's quick with it though?
He wouldn't, dude. He loves me too much, man. He wouldn't do.
No, exactly. What if he's crazy and he's like, I need him?
He would just lay next to me. I don't think he would.
No. There's only one way to find out.
I'm not willing to risk the. I haven't really thought about what he would do very much. I'm not really willing to risk that, to be honest with you. So, I'm good.
Yeah, Dan right now would fucking blow.
I think that happened to my grandmother when she passed. I think her cats started eating her pretty quickly. Let's move on. So, what you been on,
man? I've been playing Spore Hero.
I've seen that
for the Wii Vault.
I've seen that.
I had last stream ended with some like rage. I was getting fucking heated, and I was like, I really don't know if I'm gonna keep playing. I might just take the 2 area because I only explored 2 areas of the game. I might just take that footage, make the Wii Vault, fucking call it. But I hop back on. First of all, I cooled down, and then I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta push through. So I've been playing a little bit off stream to like grind up my guy a little bit. I think I might be ready to fight that boss again and see if I can continue the game. Doing that, but Power World still been playing the Power World. It's been pretty cool. Probably play it when we're done with this. It's probably what I'll do. Hop on for a second, play that, then go back to working on some video stuff. Percy Jackson ended.
It did. I'm not caught up personally.
Oh, catch up, dog. I'll let my here. I won't say anything specific spoiler-wise.
Just let your feelings though.
But I will say, I really enjoyed this season as a whole. Yeah. I think the cast has been great. I think the show hits the beats of the book, the same major story beats.
Yeah.
The changes, honestly, I don't think there's that many, and then the ones that do, I think make enough sense.
Yeah.
I mean, and the author behind the book is behind this show, so it's
handled with care.
Yeah, 100% love. They needed to have already started making the next. They need to start making Sea of Monsters, fucking
right away.
Yesterday, dude.
In fact, I need to pump these out like crazy because these kids are going to grow up quick.
Yeah, if you see them now, it's already going to be a noticeable fucking difference, especially if it's going to take however long. Hopefully that I didn't check the numbers. I think the numbers have been really good for the show. Hopefully they just kind of at least greenlight 2 seasons so they can just make the one and then get right into making the next.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I don't know if I should say then, since you haven't seen it.
I mean, I've read the books.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much know. Smelly Gabe in the show didn't deserve that, honestly.
Oh, something happened to him.
Yeah.
All right, I ain't there yet, but
I don't think brother deserved that, just because he's just nowhere near as bad as he was in the book.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like, okay, in the book, totally valid that happening. In the show, it's like he was kind of mean, but
pacified a little bit. Yeah,
pacified a good bit. Like, he's not physically beating the shit out of Sally, and they're yelling at each other, which kind of evens it out a little more. It's just like it's like, hey, get rid of him out of your life.
It kind of, especially in the first episode, the relationship just seemed more like toxic than anything else. Like, yeah, he's lazy, but also like it didn't necessarily seem like Sally was like great to him in that first episode. So it was kind of the dynamic was a bit odd, and it's like like you're downplaying this. I guess it's Disney, but like you're downplaying how awful this guy is. Like or very early on, like
the end of the first book, Percy's like, oh shit, he beats her. I didn't pick up on that.
Being awful is pretty critical to the, and that's like the one like large change from the episodes I've seen. Anyways, that's like the biggest change, and it's not what I'm very fond of. But I didn't mind it. Get it to some extent why they made him not as big of a dick.
And they upped what Sally is as a character overall,
which is good. So ultimately I fired the change because like book Sally is not the girl boss that TV show Sally is. Yes,
I mean she's still like it's obviously justified why she does what she does in the book to puts up with what she puts up with, but
she's a dog for real though.
I don't think that needed to happen to Gabe. What happened?
Plus,
I got a soft spot for Gabe's.
Oh yeah, no, I do love a man named Gabe. This is true.
Yeah, we
got to bring him back on one of these days. Whenever
it's up to him.
Well, we're gonna have a little more flexibility with when we record. Whether or not there's not a football there's not games to work around. So, you know what we haven't done yet, which we should do after I say what I'm on. We should make our pick for the Super Bowl.
Oh right, that is actually a pretty big thing we missed.
Still a pick that we
and that's what I guess that's what we're gonna end on.
Yeah, that's what we'll do that after this. So
what you been on, big dog?
This is gonna come as a shock to everyone. I've been listening to music.
Whoa.
But I've been listening to 2024 music. I've started my started really.
Surely he'll make interesting videos about his music that he loves.
I have an idea for it's an idea. I can't promise anything, but I have an idea for something that like maybe I want to dedicate some time to this weekend. And the idea, if it happens, is just going over some of the albums I listened to that were made in January. And some of them I listened to in January, some of them I've been catching up on this month. But some albums that came out in January some of them I've really been enjoying, some of them I was a little iffy about. Nothing that I've disliked. But
I mean, you should have done a Grammys video.
I might do like a Grammys reaction.
You could have gotten 2 videos out of it.
I don't ever expect them to get it right, but I do have some serious grievances with the Grammy. I'm sorry, but Olivia Rodrigo and Lana Del Rey both putting up goose eggs at the Grammy. Neither of them won anything. That's fucking ridiculous. That's 2 of the best albums that came out last year, regardless of genre. 2 of the better albums that came out last year, especially Lana's, and they both walked away with nothing. However, Paramore won 2 Grammys, so shout out Paramore. Boy Genius won a few, so y'all know I love me some Boy Genius. There were some in particular, some choices that really pissed me off, which maybe I won't say now because that would spoil what I'm really upset about. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't think SZA won anything either. I think SZA put up a total goose egg, which is odd as well because for SZA, Olivia Rodrigo, and Lana Del Rey to all come away with nothing does not make a whole lot of sense to me because all 3 of them had very good albums. And I'm not even like a SZA fan, but it was good. It was very good. And especially, look, everybody knows I love Lana Del Rey. No, nothing new to anybody here. Everybody knows I like Olivia Rodrigo. But I just, for all 3 of them to come away with nothing, which was odd to me. Especially because they're all commercially successful, especially Olivia Rodrigo. Given the run she's gone on over the last few years now, I'm really shocked she didn't win anything. But whatever. Anywho, the music I've been listening to, People Who Aren't There Anymore by Future Islands. It's a synth pop album. I liked it. And I won't say any more because if I do a video on albums from January, that'll be in it. The Pilgrim, Their God, and the King of My Decrepit Mountain by Tapir, I think it's how you say it. This to me felt a little Radioheady, but also not too Radioheady. Still enjoyed it. There was The Death and Birth of an Angel by Falling with Scissors. This is a very short EP. It's a metalcore EP. It's fun. It's abrasive. It's chaotic. There's some like drum and bass, like breakcore elements to it. That's a lot of fun. And I listened to this new Cheek Face album. It's called It's Sorted. This one, I'm not quite sure how I feel about because there was the commentary is hilarious of this album. It's a very like a lot of meta commentary about like um I won't get too into it because I don't want to get political, but I enjoy what's being said here. It's just the sound for me at times just like it felt awkward, but not in the way that indie rock is supposed to feel awkward because it is usually a pretty awkward genre. It did not feel awkward in the way that like Car Seat Headrest feels awkward. Y'all know I love me some Car Seat Headrest. This felt like whatever. this to me did not feel the same way. It didn't like something just wasn't landing for me with the vocals, with the sound, and like overall I'm positive on it, and I'll give a more in-depth breakdown if I do that video about January music. And then I've got one album I've listened to from February so far that of course won't be in that January video if I make it, and that is Prelude to Ecstasy by The Last Dinner Party. This is a glam rock influenced album, and y'all know I love glam rock. I've got a David Bowie poster right there, and they are heavily influenced by David Bowie. One song in particular, Sinner. This song to me felt very Bowie-esque, and I love it. I listened to it several times today. I listened to it several times yesterday. It's fantastic. So nothing to complain about here. It's been a good week of music listening for me, and I think that about does it for what I've been on. However, pardon, we've got Super Bowl picks to make.
We do, because that's
important.
Something that we've been doing.
Yep.
I mean, you've locked up winning picks.
Okay. But I feel like this is the biggest pick we're going to make all year, so this is its own... You know what I mean?
I mean, I've had my pick locked for fucking ever. As it be known, I've become a Travis Kelce hater for the like not the reason everyone else is. Like I said last week, the only cool thing about him is that he's dating Taylor Swift right now.
Yeah.
He's just been getting on my fucking nerves. That Justin Tucker thing made me fucking hate him.
Yeah. Well, especially Kelce was like, "You want to make me out to be a bad guy?" And it's like, Tucker didn't bring that up with the media. He was asked about it. Like, what's he supposed to do? Lie? Like, they asked him, and he said, "I can't believe I even have to talk about this." Like, he was annoyed by the question. Tucker did. It was not something Tucker wanted to make an issue about. It was something he was asked about. It was something he answered honestly, and Kelce was a total dick about it. Like
Kelce grabbing another man's stuff and throwing it around in a temper tantrum was just going to rub me the wrong way.
Loser in that scenario. Man. Like, I love Kelce. I love the career.
I loved him going into the season, and it's just been it's not been a good season for his public reputation.
No.
For me, I also hate his commercials.
You said reputation. Ha 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 ha. He's dating Taylor Swift. Ha 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 ha.
But I just hate his commercials, and I'm not even talking about the most controversial one he's in. I'm just talking about all of them.
I don't give a fuck about the Pfizer commercial.
His acting in these commercials. The one that pops into my head is the one where he's like flying in the air and he takes his helmet off and says whatever.
Yeah.
The commercials at the end feels like parodies of commercials.
Yeah.
That's how they feel to me, and I fucking hate them.
That's fair.
And it's like, of the Kelce brothers, Travis should be my favorite just because Jason's an Eagle.
Well, he's not an Eagle anymore, but yeah.
But I was like, fuck it. I mean, I've said before, there's plenty of Eagles players I love. Jason Kelce being one of them.
Yeah.
And I like Jalen Hurts the person.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But anyways, let's get into the Super Bowl.
Let's get into the Super Bowl.
This is a question of how important is quarterback or overall roster.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Obviously, both have to be good at both to get to this point.
Yes.
But one clearly has a better roster, and one clearly has a better quarterback.
Yes, and I hate this. I really hate this. I hate that I'm saying this because I have felt so strongly about this other team all season long. But I really do get the feeling, and it's a terrible feeling in my tummy, that this Chiefs team to me is so reminiscent of multiple New England Patriots teams that everybody was like, they're gonna get dog walked in the playoffs, man. They're not the same team they were in the regular season, man. They just don't look right, man. They don't, and then they just go to the playoffs, and then they're everything they're supposed to be. They play much better football. It's weird to say this. I trust Kansas City's defense more than San Francisco's defense. I trust Steve Spagnuolo more than I trust Steve Wilkes.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Not by a ton, but I don't think it's not. Kansas City's not scoring 30 in this game.
Nick Bosa is going to be rushing against what he probably hates most in the world:
a black man at the quarterback.
A biracial, a fusion.
That
probably drives him up
an unholy union of.
By the way, I made that joke. I've been making this joke all year. I actually don't think Nick Bosa is actually racist, but the joke is just so funny.
I think it was only because he followed Donald Trump on Instagram. I think is how it started, or something like that. Something Trump related that started this, but. People just they run with it, and also it does help that his career stats against black quarterbacks are a little better than against white quarterbacks. So it's but it's fun for the.
I don't know if I should say this, but black quarterbacks usually are more mobile, and we know that mobile quarterbacks get sacked more.
It is true, mobile quarterbacks get sacked more. Yes, so I mean, you got to look at all the offensive lines as well. If who's playing against when there's anywho,
there's a lot of factors that go into it outside of just that.
Plenty of things that get that.
There's also might be more white quarterbacks, so there's just a huger sample size.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Nick Bosa's not racist. I don't think
I will continue with the joke though forever.
Oh, the joke's hilarious.
The joke's so funny.
I hope it never stops.
But just to make it clear, don't actually think he's racist.
Well, when Max Crosby looked like he almost said my N-words one time on the.
Make sure y'all pull up.
The stutter, the hesitation was pretty funny. Yeah,
I need you guys to pull up whatever the fuck he did. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Kansas City. Basically, point being was good. I hate it. I really hate it, and I hope they lose. But because I've locked up the top spot, I have no quarrel about picking the team I think is going to win instead of picking with my heart here. And now, granted, it's not to say that San Francisco's going to get a dog walk. I can't tell you how badly I'm going to be cheering for San Francisco to win this game, just for the sake of parity. I love Kyle Shanahan. I used to be a Shanahan hater. I adjust Kyle Shanahan to me is like the Josh Allen of head coaches, where I was like, he sucks, and then by year 3 I'm like, okay, he's good, whatever, and then after year 3 I'm like, okay, maybe I just like him now. He's good, I can admit it. But at some point he just has to put it together, and this has to be the year. So go get it done, man. They already broke the Cousins curse.
Getting here.
Just getting here. They've broken the Cousins curse.
It's only right that that's the team that breaks it, because Nacho Flacco, the guy who's known for this and kind of started it, is a Niners fan.
Yep, that's true.
He literally was like, of course it would come down to my team.
It would be his. In fact, he made a meme before the game. It's like, do I want my team to win, or do I want this stupid joke that's built my entire brand to no longer be a factor? And it's like, but yeah, not Joe Flacco is a Niners fan. So if anybody was going to do it, I'm sure he's happy it was San Francisco. Because at least now he has something to look forward to. But also, if you lose the Super Bowl, what was it for? What did it cost you?
What was all this for?
Everything. Yes.
But me,
mm-hmm.
I'm going with the roster. I'm going to go with the team with the better roster. I'm going with the Niners. I think Kyle Shanahan is overdue for a Super Bowl.
I agree with that point so much.
I think Christian McCaffrey wins Super Bowl MVP. That's my pick. He submits one of the best running back seasons we've ever seen. Yeah. One of, not saying it's the, but one of. Maybe deserving of the MVP. Probably won't get it.
More than likely won't get it, but...
and also, before Brock Purdy came into the league, I was always... Because I'd heard about Mr. Irrelevant like everyone else, and I was like, it's only a matter of time before we get a Mr. Irrelevant that's a real top player in this league.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy, he has become that.
Yeah. No, he's a stud.
To finish this story, this crazy run, I'll root for it. Some people overrate Brock Purdy. Some people underrate him.
You and I have always had a pretty good,
We like him.
Yeah.
We think he's good.
We like him.
My take is that he's good, and he would be good on another team, another system, another roster, but he is benefited from being with the best.
Yeah, he is also scenario. He's in a perfect situation, but also he's the perfect quarterback for this scenario. Brock Purdy is Kyle Shanahan's head boy. This is his prodigy child. He makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think it's time the Niners finally win. They get the revenge for what happened a while back.
Mm-hmm.
But this Super Bowl, some people think this Super Bowl will determine this year's election. Have you heard that?
Oh my god, the NFL is rigging Taylor Swift to be in the Super Bowl so that Joe Biden will win the election. What? Correlation, Your Honor?
Well, because last time these two teams met, 2020, Trump versus Biden, Chiefs win, then Biden won. So this year, Niners are Trump, Chiefs are Biden.
Yeah, because they got Nick Bosa. It's Nick Bosa versus Taylor Swift. It's Trump versus Biden. That's so fucking dumb, dude.
I love it.
It's funny, but it's ridiculous that it's even come to that. That there are some people.
Well, if you actually think and joke about it, but if you actually think that, you're an idiot. But I don't think. I don't think most people actually.
The vast majority of people do not feel this way, but the people that do, like, you need a reality check. This is ridiculous. But it got bad enough to where Goodell had to say something about it. Then it got bad enough. Yeah. You know, like if he felt that he had to make a statement, then there's enough people saying this that it's a problem.
But I think Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel better than any wide receivers that the Chiefs have. Mm-hmm. Although Rashee Rice has been playing really well. Overall, I'm taking Niners receiving core.
I hate to admit it, but I like Rashee Rice.
And then for one game, like George Kittle and Travis Kelce is actually pretty close. For one game, one could be better than the other. Well, I would pick Travis Kelce more times than not. The arguments George Kittle's capable of it.
The arguments people make is like, Kittle's a better blocker, and the other guy's like, well, Kelsey's better in space. It's like, why can't we just say Kittle is better for what the Niners do, Kelsey is better for what the Chiefs do, and move on? Like, I don't understand why it has to be like, because you can't put NFL players in a box. You can't just compare them like one-to-one, like this, or whatever, because every team's got to ask you to do something different. You know what I mean? Like, teams have different responsibilities for players in the same position. You can have the same position listed on both teams, but the responsibilities can be completely different. Like, Juwan Jennings is a glorified tight end for the Niners. Have you seen Juwan Jennings blocking highlights? It's the funniest fucking thing you'll ever see. And I love it. Yeah, he's got that vol in him. That's a Tennessee alum right there. I love Juwan Jennings. He's the one that had the Hail Mary against Georgia. It was the Josh Dobbs pass to Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings is a certified dog in all facets of the game. And he blocks better than most tight ends do. And that's okay. Like, everybody asks different things of their players. But anywho, I'm with you.
It's close. This is a good matchup. Either one could win.
I want Sam, and it's more based off gut feeling that Kansas City's going to win rather than like analysis, because like you can analyze the game all you want. No analysis would have gotten you Detroit having a 3-score lead and heading into halftime against San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like sometimes shit just plays out differently.
Is your analysis going to pick the Seahawks to throw the ball at the 1-yard line with Marshawn Lynch?
No, analysis is going to say, Marshawn Lynch at the goal line, they're going to run this in, no problem. Well, no, they threw a pick and it happened. You know what I mean? Like you can only talk about it so much. It's like, we just got to see it. At the end of the day, obviously we talk about football all the time. It's like what we're here for to some degree. Right. But at the end of the day, it's all just speculation. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. But at the end of the day, none of this. Like, I don't want to say it doesn't matter because nothing we do matters if you think about the grand scope of the universe.
Over a long sample size, it probably matters, but in one game, it doesn't matter.
Right. It's easy to predict a season. It's not easy to predict an individual game.
It's even hard to pick a season.
Well, I mean, no, in terms of like at like mid-season, if you know a team is fantastic, like everybody knew San Francisco was going to go far this year, right? Like that was chalk. But like it's hard to like individually go, they're going to beat this team this week because dude, shit just happens on the field. Like it's very easy to say San Francisco was going to win 12 games this year. I thought they'd win a little more than that, but still, like it was. Nobody came into the year thinking San Francisco was going to win less than 10 games, right? Like, mostly, at least. Like
even me as a hater, I still
Nobody thought San Francisco was going to be out of it this year. Like there was no reason to. They brought everyone back, and
that roster, that coach, you just got to run.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. It's like sometimes like certain trends are easy to predict over the course of a season, but like sometimes you get on the game day and just nothing matters. Like okay, well I don't care if it's been working for you all year long. It's not working right now. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah, I think and feel that the Niners are going to win.
Yes,
like I said, I just think the Niners are due. It just feels right.
Well, when it comes to want, I'm with San Francisco. When it comes to think, I'm with San Francisco. When it comes to feel, I can't. I can't do it. And unfortunately for me, Field is taking over right now.
I mean, Mahomes is that guy that you doesn't fucking matter. Never counted out.
I fucking love Mahomes, right? Like I've been there. You know how long I've been on the Mahomes train. It's since day one. Like I've always been a Mahomes advocate. But
I saw Mahomes say he's okay with being the villain. It's like Mahomes. I actually don't hear a lot of hate towards you. I hear a lot of hate about everything around you.
It's Kansas City for the most part. It's family.
Something's recent in the news with his family.
Insecure assholes. It's Taylor Swift. I think if Taylor Swift is the biggest reason why you hate the Chiefs, I think you've got other things to worry about. But that's just me. There's a lot of reasons to not like KC. I don't think Taylor
she's
Swift
not
is
one of them.
necessarily one
It's
of
like,
them.
oh no, women like the sport now.
That's what really bothers me.
That's a
how
problem.
Many men are like, women don't like watching football. But when something happens to get more women into football, you start bitching. I think this is great for the sport. I think it's great for the growth.
Yeah, of course.
In fact, inarguably, it's been good for the growth of the sport.
100%. I think I heard the projection. Like last year's Super Bowl got 114-ish million views. This one is projected to have like 200.
Yeah,
and I believe that wholeheartedly.
I would be shocked if it was below 150.
Agreed.
Absolutely shocked if it was below. This might be the most viewed football game ever.
Probably.
There's a good chance it will be, and that's good. I don't know why we're complaining about this. This is good. This is healthy for the league. I don't care.
This was for the boys. This was boy time.
The NFL honestly is a boys' club, but that's more about in the league rather than people who watch just watch the damn game, man. If you like football, watch the damn game. If you don't like football enough to overlook Taylor Swift being on screen for 28 seconds in a 3.5 hour window.
Yeah, I did send that call-in clip in where he was talking about that.
Stop watching the damn game. Like it's not that hard. Just give up. Just go do something. In fact, I thought all y'all stopped watching back in 2016, anyways. Back when Kaepernick kneeled, I thought that was when all these people turned the game off, and now it's now they're still watching, and now they're I'm not going to watch anymore. Okay, then don't. Stop telling us. Just turn the damn game off and go do something else. If you care that much. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anybody who's supposedly going to boycott the NFL has already said this before. Just do it if you're going to do it. Just stop bitching about it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But, yeah. Anyways,
well, they can't quit.
Anti-Chiefs, but not because of Taylor Swift. I got no beef with her. She is doing well. So.
She made our song. How am I supposed to hate her?
Yeah.
She made Love Story.
She did.
How am I supposed to hate her?
How am I supposed to hate her? Fact,
she made Blank Space.
The entire Lover album as well. That's for us. It's for you and I.
It's just for me.
She also just does have some I fucks with Evermore. I fucks with Folklore. 1989 is a good album. I think Lover's a good album. It's a little
man. I wonder. But what would this Super Bowl be like if Kanye West never existed?
I guess we'll never know.
From the mouth of Kanye
himself. I guess we'll never know. They asked me what would it be like if it was something what would it be if I wasn't the greatest, or who would I be, or whatever the case may be.
Well, he won an award and was like, people asked, what would he do? Or what would I do if I never won?
I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know.
Yep.
Because I think it was when he won a Grammy.
Yeah.
People asked what I would do if I didn't win.
When San Francisco comes out of the tunnel, if they don't play Famous by Kanye West, they are missing out on a golden opportunity.
My God. And it's going to be on Trent Williams' shoulders. Who's telling that man to turn anything off? I'm not. You going up to Trent Williams telling him to do something different? I ain't.
Trent Williams is kind of soft, to be honest with you. He's one of the biggest fake tough guys in the league. I'm going to be so honest with you.
Are you still gonna go up and tell him something though?
He's not gonna do nothing back. He didn't, unless Deebo Samuel's nearby. He doesn't talk.
Deebo's right next, getting fucking crunk.
He's weird like that. For some reason, it's the big guy hiding behind the little guy. But unless Deebo Samuel's nearby, Trent does not stand on business. It's weird. It's really weird.
This to Trent's face.
Yo, Trent, if you're watching this, you gotta start standing on business when Deebo Samuel's not around, man. I got a lot of love for Trent as a player, but in terms of I do think he's one of the fakest tough guys in the league. Absolutely. It just is what it is. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I think he's a fake. Just purely observationally, I think he's a fake tough guy. There's a couple of those in the league. There's a few of those.
On another side note, NBA trade deadline's coming up. Mavs will probably be active. They make trades more often than not.
I've heard that they might trade Grant Williams, which
I just got that note. That's why I brought it up.
Please don't trade Grant Williams. I love.
Like Grant Williams. I will not care if he's traded though.
Send him to Memphis then. If you don't want him, I'll take him. Shit. Bring him back to Tennessee.
He hasn't been where we needed.
Bring him home. Bring him to Tennessee.
Bring him home.
I miss Grant Williams in Tennessee. So bring him home.
Granty, come home.
It must suck being in the NBA, but you be getting traded every 5 seconds. Like you can't own a home if you're in the NBA unless you're a superstar. You gotta have an apartment because you're getting moved, like within the hour. You know what I mean? Like nobody's safe unless you are a supermax level player. You're not safe, and even then, like they get traded. It's when they want to.
Yeah, I was saying it's a little different.
That's a choice, but like if you're anybody besides like a bona fide superstar, do not own a home if you're in the NBA. Or just rent until you retire.
Unless you're Dwight Powell.
Yeah.
And you find Dallas, then hey, feel free.
Yeah.
But hopefully next week when we're done with the Super Bowl talk, I can talk about whatever trade Dallas made. Because they better do something.
We traded Steven Adams, which is not cool, but it's okay.
Weird trade.
Yeah, very weird trade. Especially like Memphis does not have enough like really big men. I don't even know if Memphis has a 7-footer because Jaren's 6'11".
But
Memphis even has
he makes up for it.
Oh, he's awesome. I'm not saying he can't play the 5. I'm just like I don't even know if Memphis has a guy with a 7 in his height anymore. I don't know. I do love Aquaman. I will miss him, but we shall see.
Yeah. So I think that's it.
I think that's going to do it for us. This is going to be a bit longer than I thought it would, which I think we did a good job filling the space here. So that's fine with me. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you for watching. Of course, next week video is going to be on Brayden's channel. So yeah. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Mwah. Toodles.
Adios.